Okay. Hi guys. My name is Nia, aka Nia. Um, Pretty much I just wanted to make a video today to really talk about how to start a beauty supply store, well, online beauty supply store. Um, I do have my own online beauty supply store, vainbeautysupply.com, and I'm located in Maryland, and I just Baltimore, well, Pikesville, but it's still in Baltimore, sister county of Baltimore. But I really just wanted to come to you guys and just talk to you about how to start it, because I know there's a lot of people out there that's looking for information, and like me, when I first was trying to get it started, I was online on YouTube looking for it, and there's not a lot of videos that really discuss the ins and outs or anything really relating to an online beauty supply store. So bear with me because I'm not into this camera stuff, into YouTube editing, none of that really. So please just bear with me. And I really been wanting to do this video, but all the other girls on YouTube be so made up, and hair and nails and so cute, and makeup and all of that. And I was at first, I was like, I need to just do my hair and I need to do all of this stuff before I get the information out there. But at the end of the day, people really need this information. And I've been so tired with everything going on, with having to be full-time at home now, with my daughter with schooling, and just other things I've been going through in my life right now. It's just like, I don't have the energy to sit here and get all cute and all of that stuff. Like, I just don't have it in me. So I do want to bring this information because I am in a Facebook group, Beauty Supply Institute or something like that's on Facebook. If you are looking into get into this business, you definitely need to join the Facebook groups because there's so much good information. Not all of them really talk about how to do the online portion. You do have some that'll give you information about how to get a brick and mortar going, but for me, it's 2020, and because of COVID is what really made me realize the need for online beauty supply or on-demand beauty supply. And I know that there are, I did see two other YouTube videos. One, they are from Maryland as well. I think they're on-demand beauty supply. So they deliver to you. And then there's another girl, but she's in, I think, Houston or whatnot. And she was just discussing her journey with starting an online beauty supply store or whatever. So I felt like I should get out here and just give it to you from my view and my perspective, and give some of the information that I have regarding getting started in this industry. So for me, I am a licensed cosmetologist. So I've always been into hair and everything. Initially, I wanted to, back about 10 years ago, I used to be like, I want to own my own hair salon. I always knew entrepreneurship was my lane because I hate working for people. I hate being told what to do. Unless it's from my customers, for the most part, I will like let them, but that's because they're the customers. I mean, they're gonna, put money in your pocket. So you gotta kind of listen to them and what they want and what they need. So, with that being said, I might be all over the place a little bit because I have so much in my mind about this, but just bear with me. So pretty much the main reason I wanted to do a beauty supply store, like I said, I've been into this, and I don't want to have the cost of overhead with having to have an actual store and then hire employees and all of that. And like I said, when COVID came about, mind you, last year, August is when I decided I was going to try to do an online beauty supply store. And at that time, it was like no video. I hadn't seen any videos out about how to get this done on YouTube or whatnot. It was just the Beauty Supply Institute, because I was thinking about going that route with trying to open my actual beauty supply store. But I'm like, I'm trying to move. At that time, I was living with my mom and just saving, trying to get my own place and all of that. So I'm like, I'm not in a position. And then work with my job, I'm like, with my income, I'm not going to be able to afford my own rent when I'm trying to move, get me and my daughter into our own place, plus be able to afford overhead for an actual storefront. So that's why I was like, the online route might be a way to go. But then I'm like, will people really shop online for beauty supply when people like to get their stuff, like go get it? But no, I realized there's people in countrysides, in rural areas, where they have a long way to go to get to a store. And let alone, even with me living in Baltimore, and I worked out Columbia, Maryland, and it's like the way beauty supply stores is where I live at, there's not that many beauty supply stores. Like, it's about 5 beauty supply stores right across near me. But when I was working in Columbia and I was going over a friend's house and we was getting ready to go out, I'm like, where is the beauty supply store? Like, she's like, it's all the way down here, such and such. So I'm like, places like that, there's a need for online beauty supply. And then, like I said, when COVID came around, that was the perfect time because the stores were closed. Now imagine you have so many people, you know, a lot of businesses and still are going through stuff. Like, of course, the beauty industries and everything, they've opened back up. But during that time, March, April, May, when the stores weren't open, these people were needing hair. Like, people didn't care that you're not supposed to go nowhere. We're women, Black women. We want our hair done. We want our lashes. We want accessories to look cute in the house, to go on our sneaky little dates or whatever when we linking up with our dudes or whatever. So yeah, it was really popping. Like, one of the Facebook groups I'm in is actually like a hack page, but they which in Baltimore they give hacks, and which is rides, you know, instead of paying expensive for Uber or Lyft, you pay for a hack, and it might be like $8 to get you somewhere or whatever. So in that page, everybody was like, that's like a page where you can go there and get everything you need. Like, you can, whatever you need, if you need any type of anything, like, go on that page and ask, do you know somebody? And somebody always usually knows somebody. You need this, you need to hook up on that, fake this, or whatever, that's where you go. So in that page, a lot of people was looking for hair and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this would have been like the perfect time for me to have all this stuff. And mind you, I did started ordering some stuff last August because, all right, let me just go back. In the beginning, March last year, after I had my surgery or whatnot, I had started selling stuff on Poshmark just to make extra money and stuff while I was out of work. I was getting my FMLA, but I still that's when I really started getting into like I can do this entrepreneurship now. The entrepreneurship thing now. I don't know why I felt like I needed to wait to a certain age or a certain amount of money, a certain amount of income to get it started. I'm like, just start with what you have. So I started getting on YouTube and figuring out other ways to make money. So I started reselling stuff on Poshmark and Mercari, and I was doing really well with this. So I'm like, but I hated that I had to cut them portions. Like, I'm the one taking the pictures of this stuff. Like, I'm the one that these are my products that I'm selling on Poshmark and Mercari. So it's like, I hated the fact that they take 20% or this amount of percentage of your, you know, of what you're selling. So I really didn't like that. So I was like, you know what? I need to just start my own thing. Like, I already pretty much, honestly, it did give me like the experience. And that's why I think maybe that's why God had me doing it or whatnot, just to get the experience and what it feels like to have to ship orders and to learn how to weigh your stuff. And it did set me up for this, I feel like. But yeah, I just was like, I'm not doing that. So around that time, I was still selling on Poshmark and stuff. I had just created me an LLC, and I just watched a couple videos and was just looking up the rules for my state, which I said I live in Maryland. And at that point, I made me an LLC, and it wasn't my beauty supply store because at that time I didn't know what I really wanted to sell. Part of me was going to do a reseller's business because a lot of the resellers on Poshmark and stuff, they've created an actual business out of that. So I didn't really know, but I just did a general name for my LLC, so that way it's not under no one category. Like, my name is Vain Essentials. So with that, you don't know what I could be selling. Essentials is anything that you essentially need. So that's what my name was. That's what my name is. But so I just registered that, and the way I did that was, now you don't have to pay people to do this stuff for you. Like, if you're trying to save money, if you don't have a lot of money, my best recommendation is to do it yourself. Granted, all of this stuff is time consuming, especially when you're doing it by yourself. It's very time consuming. I can say that. Like, it really is. But you got to pay to play. You got to pay with time. You got to pay with money. And I just look at it as, like, I think it was, how much did I pay? Was it $130, $50. It was around that price to file my LLC. The EIN number was free. So I literally went to Comptroller of Maryland website. Now, when you Google, like for your state, you do Google how to get LLC, or if you want sole proprietorship, whatever you want, Google how to do that for your state. And then LegalZoom will pop up and all these other places where they want to charge you like $300 something plus dollars to do this. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $300 something dollars for another person to do it. I can do it myself. It literally is simple. Me personally, I was taking the cheaper route. It does cost more when you file the online through the Comptroller for Maryland, because it's express. So you get your stuff, you get it done within like 7 days. Me, it honestly took about, I can honestly say probably about 2 months. And I actually had to call State of Maryland, getting on them like, I mailed my stuff in, and when I mailed it off, I mailed it with the check. I think I had to send a check for the amount. They give you all the instructions on there. But I mailed the check with the actual application, and I sent it, what's the mail? Quick mail. Like expedited. I sent it with, you know, the green slip, which is return, you know, to make sure they got it. You get the post office, they'll let you know, like, I want to make sure these people got it. When somebody signs off on it, I want to make sure they got it, and you get the return card back that you know that someone actually received it. I did all of that, and it still took that amount of time. So I kept calling, checking on the state of Maryland. It finally took, and this is because I don't know where everybody else, but Maryland, they gonna play. The people up in the state buildings, they like to play, and they like to take their time and all of that. I wasn't with none of that. But so I ended up calling, I kept calling, been on them, and they finally got it registered and got my stuff sent to me. So I was excited about that. So, and the duration of that time while I was waiting, I still really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I was switching up. But then something told me I don't know what made me think the beauty supply route. Because at first I always knew I wanted to be in hair. Like I said, I went to school for hair, hence the tattoo. I'm licensed in it, but I just don't like doing hair anymore. I just want to, that's still my lane. I love hair, like, and us for Black women, hair is everything for us. We're going to switch up our hair. We're going to, like, the beauty supply stores is for Black women. And that was one of my main reasons why I wanted to get into it, because it's like, this is our industry. And I got tired of, you know, when we go to them stores, the experiences we have to go through dealing with them Chinese people and stuff. And no, not to be racist, but at the end of the day, or prejudice or whatever, but they do look down on us, and they don't even know about the products that they're selling us. Like, this is our industry. The stuff they're selling, they target market us. They target market us. So why are we not the ones taking over this industry? I couldn't understand that. So I started just doing some research, and then I ended up finding a wholesaler where I ordered stuff that I use. So that way, if it didn't take off or whatever, if it didn't do good, I still could use the stuff, because I do my own hair, I do my own nails, I do my own everything at this point, because I'm not putting money in their mouths anymore. I do my own eyebrows. I do all of that stuff because I'm tired of feeding their families when we need to put it into our communities to feed our families, build our wealth. They're coming over here making tons and tons of millions of dollars off of us, and they treat us like trash, and it's just not fair to me, and I don't appreciate that. So I'm all for all of us. Like, it could be 1 million beauty supply stores, 1 million online beauty supply stores. We all need to be in this business because this is our lane, period. Granted, we do need to order a lot of the stuff from them. But even with us, like, with a lot of Black-owned companies are starting stuff. And it's just like, we can sell each other stuff. Like, get out of the regular brands that are marketed to us, Cantu and all of those who they didn't sold to the white man and all of this stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like, we need to know what works best for us in our hair. Only we know that. They don't know that. They're not Black. So how would they know what is going to work best for us? You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my main reasons for wanting to do it. I'm just like, I'm tired of putting my money into their mouths, like, in their hands to feed their families. And then when we go in their stores, they're monitoring us. They're doing this. They're jacking up prices. They're doing all of this stuff when we can do the same thing. but fair to our people, and we actually know what our people want and like, and we can actually relate on a lot more levels than they can relate to us. So that was my thing. And I don't know, this video, I don't know how long it might end up being because I'm new to this, like I said, but if it has to cut or gets cut, then I'll try to do part 2 or whatever. So, but yeah, back to that. So August of 2019, that's when I ordered some bulk supplies. I ordered like wig caps and needles and some combs, brushes, all the stuff that, you know, basic stuff that I use. Because like I said, I do my own hair. So I sew my own weaves. I'll make my own wigs. Like, I do this stuff. But I don't do hair. I don't like doing other people's stuff. I only do my stuff because it's cheaper for me. I'm not going to sit in nobody's hair salon for hours and hours when I can spend hours in the house doing my own stuff. And I really am a homebody. So I love being in the house. Like, I'm really not a street runner. So yeah, so I did that. But then it's like I said, I was trying to move and all of that. So, and then I wasn't too sure. I was, you know, just going back and forth on a lot of things. So I just held on to all of that inventory, literally, that I ordered. I had ordered like $300 worth of stuff from Young's GA. That's one of the wholesalers that I use. They're great for that stuff I named, like wig caps. And they even have some styling products. But they don't have a lot of stuff in that instance, but like the accessories, the supplies, like color bowls and like I said, wig caps, barrettes, beads, hot combs. They have that stuff. They do have, you know, some stuff. So I'm sorry, but yeah. So back to that, like, so that was my whole reason for wanting to do that. And then, like I said, when COVID came around, so I had just stopped because I was still working. Then I had just moved and all of that. So I was trying to get settled in. And I did bring that stuff with me and, you know, was still trying to get focused on everything. So at this point, I did have my LLC established and I did get me a business bank account because I had seen some videos about building business credit. That's a whole nother thing, but I want both. I want good personal credit, great business credit, so that I can fund my business through the business credit without having to always go into my personal cash and personal credit cards and things like that. But that is how I initially funded my stuff. I work. So when I make my money, I save my money and invest it into my stuff that I want to buy. Credit, I might use a credit card. But since I've been trying to get my personal credit in order and was working on that, I stopped using that so much and just was out here hustling. I was doing Ship, which is a grocery shopping service. And then people pay you some great tips. And I used to do promo orders only. Like, I don't go out there for no $8, $9. Like, that order better be 20 and above, plus the tips, depending on the area. I go in the good areas and they be tipping $40 tips. So to get $60 in an hour when I ain't even making that at my job, yeah, that's what I was doing to stack that money up, for real. And for me, I believe in investing in myself. So I used to smoke and everything, and the amount of money I used to use to smoke, to buy food, to get my nails done, that's why I even started doing my own nails. It's not the best yet, so I'm looking all close, but I just was like, I spend money. We don't even realize we spend money frivolously, like hair, especially for us, hair and nails and lashes and this and that. Like, it's really called sacrifice. And that's what I've had to learn through this whole past 2 years of my whole journey into just becoming a better person, becoming a more wiser woman, young woman, just learning sacrifice. Sometimes to get where you want, you gotta cut back on certain things. And that's what I had to do. Like, for a while, I had wore just some raggedy little wigs and all of this stuff. Like, I've done so much stuff to get myself to where I am now. And I'm still not even fully where I want to be. But I can say within 2 years, I've come a long way. Like, and I only want to just keep going further. So, yeah. So pretty much for the beauty supply store portion, like I said, get your LLC through your state. or however you want to do it. If you want to start off sole proprietorship, you can, and you can still get an EIN through sole proprietorship. I recommend, if you don't have time, okay, pay the people. But if you want to save money and you don't have a lot of money up front, do it yourself. File your own LLC. It's literally get an application, fill it out. And if you have questions, call your state people. That's what they're there for. You call them. I don't know how to fill this out. What does this mean? You call them. That's what you can do. And then once you get that stuff, it is very important to open your business bank account from day one. Especially if you're trying to get business credit, you have to get that business bank account open. I use BB&T because a popular person, Arnita on Instagram that I follow, she's changed my life drastically in so many ways, like from financing, like changed my mindset. Like it really all starts in the mind. And I'm just thankful for finding her, like coming across her on the Explore page, or however I came across her, but she really like changed my mind. And then some videos that I saw, this one girl, I really forgot what her name was on YouTube, honestly, but she now has like a shoe company and stuff, but she had started off like doing hair, like selling hair and stuff, and she was the one who was like, make your LLC name, don't make it what you want your company name to be necessarily. Like my company name is Vain Beauty Supply, but my business name is Vain Essentials LLC, because if you do want to build business credit, this is only if you're trying to go the business credit route, to like really trying to get your business, like get it established, and you want the credit with it. You want credit cards with your business name on it. You want to literally legitimize this thing. Then yes, you want to get your business bank account from day one. Like once they send that LLC paperwork back to you in the mail, you want to go to Bank of America, this, that, and that. And right now, the thing is Facebook groups. I wasn't on Facebook for a while. I just was on Instagram and Twitter and things. But once I got into these groups, like Dream Catchers, I think that's what it's called, Dream Catchers, they are awesome when it comes to just finances and credit. Try like so many different people in there put their stories, they like stories how to get to buy a house, like so many different things that I feel like when you are between ages of 21 and above, you need that information. And even younger, like if you really are focused on getting your stuff together at 18 and 16, just being better than what your parents were, you know, where you come from, you know, just breaking cycles, you need to get in that group because there's so much valuable information. And what the thing with online, you still got to be selective of all the information you take in, but some people be really dropping gems, and you really just got to know what to take, what not to take, and always do your research. So yes, people can recommend things, and even with me, I'm recommending things to you, still always do your research. So but yes, get your LLC, your EIN number. You go on the IRS website to get your EIN number. That's no biggie. That's free. Then you get your business bank account. So that way, because when you looking into trying to get business credit, if that's the lane you're trying to go into, lenders really monitor, they really judge you based off that business bank account opening date versus when you actually filed your LLC. So it's kind of like a mix of both, but they really take big consideration to when that business bank account was established. Like you're not gonna be able to really build business credit until you get that business bank account up and running. So before I even was making any money, before I was doing anything, I had that business bank account. I think I opened it with like $500, but it wasn't even, I don't even think that was my minimum. Like that wasn't a requirement to do it. See, look at this wig. This wig been through the trenches with me. You hear me? But that's another story. I just wanted to make the video for y'all. So, but yes, definitely do that. And like I said, I got my business bank account with BB&T. They're great. No fees really. And then I set up my website with Shopify. A lot of people be like Wix or Big Cartel or Shopify, or get a graphic designer to make you a website, whatever. But I actually do like Shopify. I haven't used any of the other ones to be able to get my opinion on it, but I really love Shopify, and I have the basic plan. I think it's $29 a month. And then I actually initially got my domain, got my domain through them as well. I think that's like $14. And it's like when you think about cost, like I said, it's about investing in yourself. So you can't always be like, oh, this costs too much, or Like, you got to think, I would be spending that on food. If you're a smoker, you're spending that on some tree and stuff within a day, 2 days, 3 days. Like, that's what you gotta think about. When you get your tax refunds, any unexpected money that come through for you, invest in yourself. And if you don't know right away what you want to do, just hold on to the money. Don't be eager to spend me. Money just like, don't be like, spend it. Just wait a minute until you can get your mind right. Join these Facebook groups. Like I said, dream catchers. That's just for life in general. You need that, like, to get some good guidance, to get some help, to get some tips, get advice, to see other people's stories and see where they went wrong. Especially if you're trying to buy a house and all this stuff, like even with just regular getting an apartment, getting this, like just the basic finances, you want to get into that. Because that's who started that group, the Budgetnista, what's her name? I forgot her name, but basically she started because she was a teacher making $40,000 a year, and then she ended up, saving so much money and just doing all of this thing through budgeting her finances and all of that. Join Luxurious Credit Society. And on a beauty supply tip, you want to join, just on Facebook, Google beauty supply or Black beauty supply groups, and they're going to pop up. You answer a couple questions, you get joined in the group, and you're going to have information for days. Information overload, honestly. You're going to need to take a break, come back, write down what you can, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. But most of all, look through, because there's already a lot of information on there. Search within the groups. They give out wholesalers that are on there, all of that type of stuff. So that's what you want to do. What else? And okay, let me get back to the website. So I built my website through Shopify. I did it by myself. So this stuff takes time. Like, it does take time, but Shopify make it so easy because it's basically a template already there. You're going to plug in your picture, plug in what you want to say. You plugging in the information, the stuff is already there. So it makes it a little bit easier. And then of course you got to come up with whatever you want your policy to be necessarily. Put your policy pages up there. And whatever you don't know how to do in Shopify, okay, they're out there cleaning the hallway. So please, I hope you can't even really hear it. But if you can, just please try to ignore it. But Shopify makes it so easy for you. And for $29, that's the basic account. And you get like gift cards, and like you can have online gift cards and stuff with the more advanced ones. But me starting out, I don't really need all of that. I'm trying to think if I should pause this and come back in, because I don't really want all that noise in my background. I don't know. No. But I'm going to just try to keep going over top of that noise. So yeah, don't try to go with the $79 plan starting off. As your business start to grow, then yeah, you might want to advance. You might want to offer your clients or customers certain things, but to start off, you just need the basic. And they offer you a lot of stuff within that. You get email marketing, you still get to get your apps in there, like so many different things. It's so many things to touch on with this, like that I'm probably end up gonna have to make other videos anyway. But that's the first thing. Get your LLC, or so whatever you wanna, however you wanna do that part, do that through your state. You don't need to pay LegalZoom, wait and they turnaround time. You don't gotta do none of that. Do it yourself. Like, it's gonna take time. If you have a friend, a boyfriend, or whoever, girlfriend, ask them to help you. Like, yeah. And then the main thing is doing that. Getting your website, so you can, like I said, you can use Wix, BitCartel, or Shopify. I prefer Shopify because it just makes life easier on Shopify. Like, and then they have all the apps within Shopify, so you can add the apps to it to get banners and get this. And then you go on YouTube to find out, okay, how do I do this? How do I add a banner? How do I do this? And of course, it's on there. It's going to show you how to do it. So that's why I really like that. And then, even when it comes, like, they already have PayPal on there for checking out. So when a lot of customers are, comfortable only paying through PayPal, which is fine. With that, because PayPal do like to hold your money. they do like to hold your money. So I really don't like when customers use PayPal, but I know it's on, you know, safety on, it's a safety net for them, which I understand because I'm a customer as well. A lot of the times, all the time, we can all be entrepreneurs or business owners or whatnot, and we are still customers. So I always look at stuff from a customer standpoint because I am a customer and I'm an educated customer. I don't let these businesses just tell me any old thing and try to run any old game on me, because I didn't work in so many different industries, especially retail and banking, that you can't just tell me anything. And I know that there's somebody there that do know if that person on the phone acting like they don't know, all of that stuff. Okay. So, but yeah, get your website. Once you get your website, order your inventory. Some people recommend me. I go in with it because I have faith in myself that I'm gonna sell it, and especially like I said, I'm buy the stuff that I know I'm gonna use. Like for my beauty supply store, I've bought, you know, tons of hair supplies, and I still am buying more and more stuff because my goal is to be one-stop shop. With them beauty supply stores you go to in the corner, I'm trying to be like them, have everything you need from the hair, braiding hair, crochet hair, in all the colors. I want you to have the accessories, because that's my main reason why I go to the beauty supply store, is for crochet hair sometimes, but I usually wear bundles and stuff like that. So I don't buy that from beauty supply stores, but I go to the beauty supply stores for lip gloss, you know, makeup stuff, earrings, hats. I'm getting ready to order some hats to put on my website too, because these certain kind of hats that I wear that I love, that I only buy from the beauty supply store, I'm going to order those for my store. So pretty much too, because of the person I am, and I get a lot of compliments when I go out. See, I'm looking like this now, but when I get it, I get it. And people compliment me on my accessories and stuff all the time. So that's the type of stuff too that I want to have in my store to set me apart from other beauty supplies. Like, every online beauty supply store, every beauty supply store you go to might not have the hats and the little bling sandals. Because honestly, all my summer sandals, like summer slides and stuff, I buy from the beauty supply store. Like I shop at the beauty supply store for accessories and for my flip-flops for the summer, my slides, the fur slides, the bling slides, all the slides. All my stuff I got from the beauty supply store. So I just want to be that. Like, that's why I'm like, why I'm going to keep giving them my money? Like, I need to have all of this stuff that they have at my store. And I'm going to get it to my customers. And the now day and age, don't nobody be feeling like going out, especially with Corona going on. You in the house with these kids and all of this stuff. You don't feel like going out. You don't feel like trying to get cute and get even the basic. You want to keep your bonnet on. If you like me, I'm a bonnet girl. You want to keep your stuff on when it's chill in the house and let your stuff come to your door. So that's what I'm here for. Get you your stuff within 1 to 3 days. You want to order by 3 p.m. Eastern time, you're going to get your stuff shipped out today, and you're going to get it tomorrow, depending on where you live. And if I'm really feeling nice and you live like local in Baltimore, I'm going to drop that thing off to you so you can get your stuff immediately at your house. But just like I know, I have family in the country, and I used to hate going down the country in Rocky Mount, Virginia. Ain't no beauty supply store nearby down where they at. And I have cousins and stuff that still like to look cute when they go to work, when they do this stuff. So them are my kind of like my target market, along with the young fashionistas and even my older fashionistas. Those are my target market people, because y'all don't have access to this stuff. Like, we in the city, you know, or in the county, but city borderline, we had, like, you know, we in the urban area, black areas, and we have the access to that. Some of the people out in the country is black people everywhere, and even, you know, other ethnicities or whatnot that shop at the beauty supply store and want those cute things. And when I'm out and people be like, where did you get those? Because I'm not even gonna lie, how many white people I didn't see who be loving my little, was loving them first slides when I used to wear them things to work. Because, yeah, we used to be able to wear whatever we want. When I had that job, before I quit, I used to wear whatever I want to that job. They be like, nice, cool sandals or cool lipstick, or, you know, they be loving that stuff. So that's why I'm like, that's why I started being like, I'm going, even like hats like this. Like, I'm a hat girl. I like these kind of hats. And I like, when it gets colder, I like the other hats with the 2 balls on it. That's my thing. So those are the hats I want in my store. Like, because people compliment those when I'm out. And, you know, just different things, and you just want to put stuff in your store to set you aside apart from other stores. So it's like, yeah, it might be a lot of beauty supply stores, but it ain't mine. You don't always have everything I have. You're not gonna provide the service that I provide. So it's like, yeah, who cares if it's other tons of beauty supply stores? You ain't me, period. So yeah, some of the what am I trying to say? Some of the wholesalers I use, like I said, Young's GA, PK International, Ultra Standard, Google them, and yeah, they do require, you know, you're going to have to fill out your stuff with your EIN number and all of that stuff, and some of them do require that you have a physical location. They're not going to let you use your home address, so you got to figure out your way with that, and all of that. But even with me, because I've still been able to get a lot of stuff just through, like I said, PK International, they approved me with my home address, because I use my home address because I don't have an actual physical location. I just store all my stuff, and I have like a big storage closet in my apartment, so I store everything out there. And then like all my shipping stuff, I've ordered through Uline and Quill, like for paper, created, you know, USPS PO box, and ordered their free boxes. USPS gives free shipping supplies. You can order them online. They get them shipped to your door. So definitely utilize that before you go spending money trying to get these custom boxes and all of that stuff. It's like, work your way into that. Work your way into that. So starting off, you can do that, but I definitely like order packaging supplies from Uline, because like I said, I'm building business credit. So that's one of the companies, one of the vendors to start building business credit. And like I said, we'll talk about that probably in another video, because I'm still learning a lot with them. I'm still learning a lot with this business. I'm still learning how to market. I'm still learning so many different things as well. It's always a learning experience. But I think I probably would talk about like the marketing and like that stuff probably in another video. This is just like how to get yourself started, like get yourself started to get set up. I guess I can mention it in here, like put your business on Google, like I did Google my business, and honestly that gets me some good local sales. Just like yesterday I had to meet up with one of the customers to get her some braiding hair, and that was one of my things with this, is because it's like I know how it feels, like I said, because I do hair, and times when I go get my hair braided or something, you might run out of hair. The beauty supply stores are closed on Sundays. Beauty supply stores around here typically don't open till about 11 or 12, and they close in about 5 or 6. So they only open for about good 5 or 6 hours on a Sunday, but you might be getting your hair done. Just like my girl yesterday, she getting her hair done early, so she needs some hair. The beauty supply store's not open yet. She didn't buy enough hair. She called me, and I'm like, okay, where are you? Like, what do you need? I can get it to you. Like, do you want to meet me or whatever? Because I do offer local pickup. I haven't really done local, and that's what I'm saying. All of this is through Shopify. Shopify lets you set up local pickup, where they can place the order online and select pickup, and then you get a packaging slip. All of this stuff, like that's why I say Shopify is the GOAT. Like, is what you want, because they have all that stuff set up for you. They offer local delivery. I haven't set that up yet because my main thing is I have a young kid, and yeah, and so I don't always want to go out. Like I said, I'm a homebody. I don't always want to have to go far and be doing all of that. So if I can let you pick it up, I give them a location, one of my prime locations that I'd like to meet them around near where I live at. That's, you know, so they don't know where I live at, but it's close to me for them to pick it up. And even like, depending on the customer, I might come, like the girl yesterday. I'm like, okay, sis, where you at? Like, she's like, I'm about to get my hair done, and can you just bring it there? I'm like, fine, you know. So I did it because she wasn't far from where I am. So I went and did that for her, and that was no problem. Like, I'm a considerate person, so I like to help out. But yeah, you get in where you fit in. But another thing, that's why I offer local pickup. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track a little bit. My mind getting to tune out. This video is going on 39 minutes long, 40 minutes long. Y'all can just keep watching it and fast forward through if you want to. But like I said, let's go back. Get your LLC, get your business bank account, because you want to keep your finances separate. You want to know, because you're going to have to do taxes when it comes to this business stuff, and you want stuff separate. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's so much to get into, because you want to, like, I have QuickBooks, Intuit QuickBooks, so it's link it up to your bank account so that it monitors all of that stuff for you. And then you can end up putting yourself on payroll. So when you want under self-employment and you trying to buy a house, or you trying to buy a car, and you trying to buy this stuff that still need pay stubs, and make it easier than having to do these 1099s and all of that. So get in QuickBooks. And yeah, like I said, once again, you got to pay to play. But off the rip, you don't have to do QuickBooks and all of that. But just monitor what you're spending. When you get your invoices, once you ordered your supplies from Young's GA or Lala Express, that's another wholesale vendor I use. I just found out about them. Me Hair Distribution, I use them as well. The bulk of my stuff I've ordered from Me Hair Distribution, Young's GA, PK International, and then they have like B Sales, that's in Georgia. A lot of these places are in Georgia or New Jersey, but like I said, some of them require you to have a physical address, or you can drive to their stores to buy stuff. So a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people in the group that I'm in, that's what they do, drive there. I plan on making a trip out Georgia. That's a 10-hour drive for me, but I'm definitely going to do it, because sometimes with these accounts online, they want you to spend like $2,500, $5,000 just for you to get shipping. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, because I don't have that kind of money to be spending up front all the time. So if I can just drive. And then even like in North Carolina, I found out about another one out there. I forget the name, but I'm gonna do another video probably with like a wholesalers, and then talking about all these different things, because like I said, it's so much to get into, and I know I haven't touched on like nearly half of it. I'm just really doing this video to like introduce myself and introduce how I got started and the reasons why I got started, and just to let you guys know you can do it. It takes time. You're not gonna make money off the rip. You got to invest in some business cards, some thank you cards. You got to, granted, business cards, don't spend too much money on business cards right now, because we got to realize the day and age we in. People ain't looking at no business cards. They want to know, what's your Instagram? What's your social media? And that's why getting social media accounts for your business and making sure your pages is flowing. Like me, I just now really created an Instagram. I've been had the Instagram account, but I just redid like the page or whatnot, trying to get the material on there, like to get the content on there. But honestly, I made a lot of more myself promoting on Twitter and stuff, because Twitter, the word travels like this. And then a lot of people have, might post the post, and then in their thread, promoting in there, especially if it's about the topic. Like if they're saying like waxing, like this is good for waxing, ladies, like, use shea butter. Like I know it was like one post about like shea butter is good if you go get Brazilian waxes or whatnot. So I go in there posting my pictures and like you just be on it. It's a way to market. But like I said, I guess I'll get into the whole marketing thing in another video. And I'm still learning a lot of this stuff too. I'm still new to this, but so far this is what I do, and it's working for me. Like it's really working for me. Like I'm really excited to learn more. I know it's gonna be trials and tribulations, but I'm just excited for it all. So but yeah, to get started, because a lot of people don't even know where to get started, and that's why I wanted to do this video. To get started, find your state comptroller office, whatever they call in y'all state. Find that, get your business registered, get your business bank account, make you a website. Those are the first steps. Get you some money to invest in some startup products. Just like if you do hair, but you're like, I want to get into this lane, or when I order the stuff that and find your target market. You want to know your target market, what your people like. Like I'm targeting hairstylists and people like me who do their own hair and do hair for everybody and their mama in the city, and go to local hair salons and let them know, look, I sell braiding hair for the girls who do hair, who like to include hair with their service. Like you want to go to them and be like, look, I I'm a beauty supply store. I have braiding hair, I have this, so hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in this industry with the hairstyles, like I said, it be last minute. A lot of people do hair out their house, and you run out of hair. It might be 1 o'clock in the morning. They might need you. And depending on what what your time looking like, you might be like, okay, girl. Because I know, like, for me, it's like, yeah, I have my set hours that I put on my on my Google business page. So when you Google, you gonna find me on Google. Like, you want to invest and take the time to do this stuff, because like that gets you people. I've gotten so many people just through Google in itself. Like, and like I said, the other beauty supply stores be closed, but I'm still open. And like my times might be later on there, and it's like, because I don't have a physical location, so it's like I don't mind. I might be up, and even if if not, fine. But I just want it to be available for the most part. And I know if I can, if somebody call me 11 o'clock, and yeah, I might be laying chilling in bed, but the kid is in the bed, so that's fine. I might be chilling, not sleep yet, and she like, oh my God, are you still up? I need some hair. I'm getting my hair done. I have somewhere to be tomorrow. I'm going out of town. Whatever the stitch is. So you know how we are women. Things come up, and we be last minute with a lot of things, and we need a lot of last minute help. So because of that, there's a need for people like me and possibly you who need to be able to sell this stuff. I need to be looking at the time because I definitely have an appointment. But yeah, there's a need for us. Yeah, what time is it? I'm tripping. So there's definitely a need for us. But like I said, I'm gonna make some other videos, because like I said, I know it's a lot of stuff that I need to get off my chest to you guys, because there's so, like I said, because doing this by myself, doing literally every single thing by myself, had to learn so many different things, and I'm still learning so many different things, and there's so many different avenues to touch on with this. But like I said, I gave you the basis of where to start first and foremost. And even with like Alibaba and AliExpress, if you want to sell like fashion accessories and lashes and stuff like that, go on there to find you a good vendor. When you look on there, you want to find people who got good reviews, who've been using. Even sometimes, like, I've ordered some stuff where they ain't had no reviews, and I just try it out. Like, to me, you got to pay to play. You got to try stuff out. Like, it's just part of the game. So go on there to find certain things, like, because you might get it cheaper than buying it from some of these wholesalers, because you got to remember, wholesalers are not the suppliers themselves. They are still like middlemen. So sometimes going through them, you're still not getting it at the cheapest price. You want to try to get it at the cheapest price so you can sell it at your price or market price or what it's going for, like in most stores, so that you can get the most profit from it. That's the big thing with that. That's why I say go directly to the source. A lot of these people are using Alibaba, AliExpress, getting their vendors, and them vendors gonna make what you need and what you want and give you the amount you want and what you need. Like, period. But I gotta go because I do have an appointment that I don't even know what time it is. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, bear with me. We're gonna get better with these YouTube videos, and I have so much more information to bring to you guys. I know this was pretty long. I might chop it up, might not. Just fast forward through. But you need to listen to this whole video, period. Have a great day, guys.